Hello and welcome to FXcast. This is our market analysis for Friday, May 27, 2011. In each of our videos, we look at high probability trading setups. We look at the gold chart and compare it to currency pairs. We try to come up with a low volatility watch list and an inside bar watch list. And we review the economic calendar at the end. As always, please send your questions to analysis@fxcast.com. Let's pull up the charts. As always, we will start off with the gold chart. And we can see that today was a down day for the market, but more importantly, our resistance line, which we have drawn in for a couple weeks now, is standing strong. So this 1525 is holding up as resistance. And as we come over to the market profile, we can see 1523 is the point of control. So that is going to act as resistance. And then if we go all the way up, we can see the edge of this high volume area is around 1525. So I'm going to continue to sit on hands as we go back over the daily. We still have an ascending wedge pattern, which should resolve itself to the upside. We're just waiting for a close. I'm sure if we do get a close about 1525, the market can take off. Now keep in mind, this is all tied in with what's going on with the dollar, and with QE2 ending, although on TV today there were talks of QE3, it's all hype. So the question is, gold's going to follow, the liquidation of the dollar, and people are going to run to gold for safety. So right now we're seeing a sideways move. It's still an ascending wedge. I'm going to sit on hands for the moment. Now let's compare it to some of our other currency pairs. So now we have gold on the left, and first up we have the euro dollar. Now as we have an ascending triangle on gold, we have a descending triangle on euro dollar. Now the good news is that we did get a little up move today, but as we grab our crosshairs, we'll see that today's action came on what? Lighter, much lighter volume, half the volume of the previous 3 days. So you have to be a little bit concerned that this little up move is a little bit of a head fake. So, I'm going to continue to watch this resolve itself. Probably need to adjust my descending line to match up with this wick here. When we throw up the market profile, we can see one thing we'll see both on this market profile. We also see it on gold. And all of the market profiles, you can see that the action of these past couple days are just big range, where for a couple days we were in a tight range, and these past 2 days have been a very large range for the currency pairs. So what we're seeing is the good news is that we are staying above the point of control at 14089, but you can see some potential resistance coming in here at about 14155. This is another one that I'm going to sit on hands here and really try to let this daily pattern resolve itself. Are we going to go lower? I would rather trade it to the downside. I'm not ready to trade it to the upside. There is some room. There is a little wiggle room up here to the 50 moving average and the 20. But we can see that the sellers, with the wick here, the sellers said there's value here and let's push the price lower. Now we are switching over to the Aussie dollar. Let me throw gold here. And we were saying that the Aussie dollar is the one tracking best with the gold. And this big push up is certainly good for that. But we did rest at the 20 moving average. And we can see, I guess I'll put this back up here on our market profile, the big move that we made up here. Really can see that on the hourly. So we rested at the 50 moving average. Now we've got resistance of the 20 moving average. This was resistance, 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 resistance. So we're interested to see if we can break that. And of course, we still have a downtrend line. But we have the support of the 50. So it'll be interesting to see how we get the catalyst to move us. Now, one thing to note, I'm just grabbing up the crosshairs. One thing to note is that when we draw up this big move, it happened on the lowest amount of volume on within the past couple of days. So just like the euro dollar, the Aussie dollar made a big move today. And so we'll see when the true traders come in. As we look here, our big push down, big volume. So we'll see what happens tomorrow going into the holiday weekend in the States, whether or not there's going to be some sellers defending that 20 moving average. Our final currency pair that we want to look at is the pound dollar. And this was the weakest of all, but I would imagine that the euro dollar may now be the weakest. We can see a great move that it made today. And we can see on, again, just like the Aussie dollar, just almost straight up. Um, and what we were looking at yesterday was whether or not the 20 or 50 moving average will hold up as resistance. Well, it didn't. It blasted right through it. And notice where it paused at our consolidation line that we've had drawn in for several weeks there. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can move higher. Now, once again, this was done on lighter volume. So will we have the catalyst to move us into this next auction level, this next consolidation range? With 165 probably being the next target. Well, we'll have to see. But certainly, we've had 3 stellar days in the pound dollar. Okay, we're going to look at a couple setups here all together. The first one here is the Euro Aussie. And we've been watching this one, but we haven't shared it with you. And basically, you guys know how much we love to draw trend lines. We're going to draw that trend line, and then we're going to draw this trend line down. And we basically want to see where this one's going to go. Those of you who've been with us for a while know that we traded this break down here. So we're just kind of see what's going on with this one. We can see in the market profile that we're starting to accumulate some volume. There is a volume vacuum here between let's see here, 133.70 and 133.35. So there's about 30 pips in here that we potentially could get if we were able to trade back into there. Either way, we're going to watch this range and see what happens and see which way this one wants to break out. Another euro is the euro yen. And this is another one. Let's draw our trend lines on the daily. Kind of draw it up there. Wait a minute, that didn't work. Let's try that again. There we go. And draw our downtrend. So there we are, another one that we're just waiting to see which way this breaks out. And just like the Euro Aussie, the Euro Yen has a vacuum in here of low volume. So, if we could get above 115, there's a little hiccup here at 115.45, and then another one up here at 65. So there's certainly some room in there if you wanted to scalp this. But in the end, we're watching this, and you want to see which way this is going to break out. Let's go over to the pound, and we'll start off with the pound yen. You guys remember we talked about this for a couple days. It's broken outside of this one, and so we're kind of watching these wicks in here, and trying to see what's going on there. Really, you could go with above the prior day's wick, so around 33.60ish is a run up to another 60 pips to the 34, and then another one. So there's some room to run as long as we can stay above the 20, and even better if we can stay above the 50 moving average. When we come into the market profile, the one negative is that we've got our opponent control at 33.30, and then we're falling underneath that. So the resistance is above us right now. We also have the pound franc. And this one we've been talking about for a couple days, descending wedge pattern. Just kind of see, again, keep our alerts to see if this one's going to break down. Look at this market profile, just a ton of volume resistance above us. It seems like the path to least resistance is down. Right now, for our low volatility watch list, we don't have any. And in our inside bar watch list, we have the Euro franc and the dollar yen. Let's go to the economic calendar. Okay, as we look at Friday's economic calendar, we have some inflation data in Germany with CPI. And then the European Union has several releases. We've got the money supply. We also have the economic sentiment. So there's definitely some movers there for the European Union. And then down in the States, we have personal income. But really, it's this consumer sentiment that has the most ability to move the market from the state side. Okay, we want to thank you guys for watching our video, and we want you to continue to send your questions. You can email them to analysis@fxcast.com. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you do and do not want to see. Again, the email is analysis@fxcast.com. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on our video for Monday.